Good afternoon, Uptime. Hello, hello. Can you hear me down there? This is Dormancy with Guilty Gear Strive and also with Winters. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. Going to get some Guilty Gear. This game is not lost. We are going to see a lot of new titles coming out in the future, but Guilty Gear will always be here to stay. It's been decades of titles from these guys. I'm still having fun, and I think everyone here is having a lot of fun in this game.
And we've got a very exciting top 8 coming up. Certainly a couple of surprising results to get here, but our first set is going to be two people we very much expected to be here, with Kazam against Beesu.
Yeah, amazing.
So this is likely going to be either Testament or Milia against Kai.
Have we been seeing a lot of Milia?
Not much, but it does show up once in a while. I would expect Testament versus Kai. But we could still see the Milia as well. Testament
has given Kazam so much mileage over the past few months, picking up the character, placing really well at some really big events, and honestly, I think just dominating the local Boston scene quite a bit with this character.
Yeah, had one really off day where he still got third, and other than that, he basically wins everything.
Can you imagine living the life of someone who gets third on the off day?
That's the off day for Kazam.
The dream, the payout, and we were talking about a big payout today. Some great pop bonuses on the line, not just for Strive, which I think is getting something like 400.
Something like that.
Street Fighter 6, you're looking at 4 digits. Smash Bros. Still getting the big payouts. I think it's 600 for those folks.
Yeah, we got a lot of big payouts today, a lot of big pop bonuses. And we are going to get into our first match here, this winner's semifinals, top 8. And it will be Testament against Kai. Now, this is an interesting matchup. Testament's defense is kind of unusual, I would say. Not a lot of strong standard defensive options. Their 5-frame button is 2P, which is not very big. But at the same time, if you guess wrong once, Testament might just put you in the corner and never let you leave.
Yeah,
and I think these are two characters who are both designed to do that to a degree.
That slow startup, but the recovery on everything ends up being really nice, and you have some unique normals like that, giving you a situation where your grab is going to be a little bit faster than all of those fast normals you're worried about checking you. Kazam, happy to have someone in the corner right from the get-go, right? This is where they want to be. Oh, wow, what a jump out.
This is the thing with Beesu. Beesu just such a solid, fundamental kind of player.
Yeah,
great third strike player, great player of a lot of old kind of standard fighting games.
I've seen Beesu in the Grand Blue circuit, which is a lot like those older fighting games too.
It is, yeah.
Beesu wants to have a very regular looking sword and swing it at you until you die, but very slowly. But Kazam, not going to let that happen right now with the wall break, going to find a little bit more advantage. And trading 50-meter and a throw for the round. Unfortunate for Beesu, but we'll see if the next round can be a little bit better.
And interesting, the 2H and Fire Slash just miss each other. 2H low profiles, Fire Slash high profiles.
Yeah, and there's a lot of big buttons from these characters, but I think Kazam can outrange Beesu just a little bit at optimal, full range. Oh, 100 meters.
And there's what we expect to see from the Kais when they have 50-meter in the slide wire RC. But,
ooh,
okay.
Is that a 5D? Excuse me?
That was a tap dust. I wonder if that was even on purpose, but it was the perfect thing to do there.
First to stay alive, and PRC into the air throw, so sick. Classic Guilty Gear, right? It took a little while for the air throws to come online in this game meta-wise, but we've been seeing it in Xrd for ages.
Oh, yes.
Huge pickups, it's a little bit of damage, but it gets you control of the round, and that's really what you want in this game.
And I think a lot of the reason that we saw it less in this game is that in Xrd and in all the old Guilty Gears, you can option select it with another button. In this game, of course, you have to throw, and if you miss, you just get the whiff throw and not a button.
Yeah, and rough burst right from the get-go for Beesu here. Spending those resources very early, a bit of a panic first set. I've heard the rule of thumb, you don't really want to burst when you're being comboed in midair. That is where you go a little too high up, you drop out of the combo, and you lose everything.
And it's where you can get burst baited, honestly, by accident sometimes.
Yeah,
yeah. You see a lot with May, especially, or Ramlethal in this game.
We
where
do
they
in
just
fact
put you
take
so
those.
high up that it's like, all right.
Here we go. There's a
Good
burst coming
burst.
out. Oh, runs right under it. Oh no, a little too early. Or maybe too late. Looking for RC red, maybe.
Either earlier or later would have worked out there. Not going to plan for
Goldilocks
Kazam there.
Good today on the side of Beesu. Huge jump in. Oh no!
Beautiful setup there.
Oh,
back
the cross
into the corner as well.
Yeah, that was really smart. Electing to take pressure over damage, which really is going to pay dividends in a game like this.
And that's, I think, also just how Testament works, especially. Yeah. This is a character who doesn't have the craziest damage. They're not going to be killing you in one hit very often, but they've got such consistent setups that they can get you back in the corner, get a couple of hits, get the good positioning again. it's really hard to ever break out.
Yeah, it's very heavy control game plan from Testament. Even at that mid-range, once the fireballs start coming out, you get the stain going. There's a lot of things that your opponent has to deal with mental stack-wise, even at that range. And look, suddenly teleporting in, offense is getting a little bit closer for comfort's sake, and no, big burst coming out.
Oh, takes the false charge stun edge. This is now a pretty good situation for Beesu, but he goes for the throw. Kazam is so good at jumping out of those situations.
Yeah,
finds the perfect time.
Very committal in this game. Everyone has that kind of command throw recovery.
Yeah.
I think that'll probably do it.
Does that connect? Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah, I've only seen that whiff on rare occasions after the patch. Before that,
it used to whiff all the time.
Some stuff it would whiff, but it's got some really serious range. We're up 2-0. We are doing 3 out of 5 across winner semis and the rest of the bracket.
Whole bracket's been 3 out of 5 actually.
Pretty fast game.
Standard for Strive at this point.
So yeah, we're happy to get more matches in, but some of them, you lose some of those games fast. You really have to have the mental fortitude to say, like, I'm going to lose every once in a while. It doesn't mean I'm going to lose a set.
And that last game, of course, was way closer than the first game. The first game, Kazam seemed firmly in control. Second game, Beesu really right there with him. Yeah. But Kazam just has that clutch gene sometimes, able to just get out of these bad situations.
Well, if you play those old games like 3S and some of the slower ground games, it really is about adaptation a lot more. So a player like Beesu is going to find those adaptations. Or maybe they just need to go back to the mentality, It's like, I'm remembering what Kai taught me when I started this game. It's that I can run full screen into this.
What is the point of playing Kai Kisuke if not to run it full screen and throw?
It really is the dream. It's all about that and then knock down into Fireball. If you're doing anything else, you're just killing time.
Good shimmy there from Kazam. That is a quick round, too. We're right back to a round 3 here.
And Kazam trying to seal this up. No more adjustments, please. Kazam says trying to get into winners finals here.
And that would be the expected result. Certainly Beesu a very strong player, but Kazam is the 1 seed here, fully expected to be the favorite in any sets he plays today.
Oh, look at this pressure. Oh, but a way out. Nice.
That was a really good escape. Good use of the jump D on the way down as well.
BRC? Wow, jabs out. Courageous.
Right.
Interesting burst.
Not gotta know what's coming with the 50 meter for Kai.
Yeah, but the Kai forward motion, the locomotive, Kai Kisuke. Not quite a 50 meter for the round start here, but going to gain it very quickly, and then you got to watch out for that low. But pressure on the side of Beesu. Full screen, okay. Have to block that.
And I actually really like that from Beesu. I like the idea because it makes them both get rid of their meter. And he had positive bonus, but he's the one who's back in the corner now.
Not dead yet. Very scary.
One chance here for
50 meter though. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
There's only one way anyone's ever going to spend it, and it was right there.
Yeah.
Kazam did sniff it out and find not quite a punish, but just a way out, and sealed that last round up. We're looking at a clean 3-0, sort of as expected. I mean, really dominant player, and Beesu no slouch, absolutely, but playing just a little bit out of that comfy range that Testament likes to sit at. So.
And that's one of those matchups where they both have very similar ranges that they want to play at. And they have that effective spacing where they can be at that long distance of Kai far slash range, Testament 2H range.
Absolutely.
And it makes for an awkward positioning battle in neutral sometimes, and sometimes Kai can simply ignore it and slide under all of it.
Yeah. The slide is like such a huge latchkey when you have that 50 meter. And the Fireball game skews a little bit on the side of Testament, I find, just because you have a lot more options there. I've seen a lot of Testaments recently pressuring with the Doom Beast from like real full screen, and that gets to be, again, more in Testament's favor than Kai's at full screen.
Because Kai doesn't have any mix-ups from full screen. There's the Fireball zoning, but there's no, like, you need to block right now, and you need to guess.
Unforced situations.
So, Kazam making really good use of that. He'll be moving on to winners finals. And I think we're getting our other side of semis up next.
Who else is in here?
And I believe there was a bit of an upset getting in here. Check the bracket. I believe that we have, let's see, is that Aerodat up there?
I'm seeing Aerodat and Nushinator coming up next. 2 players I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah, so they are both Soul players.
Nice. Soul stays in winners. That's
so Aerodat beat ShadowKlone and Nushinator beat Echoes.
Nice.
Both making some upsets to get here.
Couple definite upsets. I expected to see both those players in top 8. Maybe we'll see them a little bit later. But curious to see who these folks play. Aerodat is a familiar name to me, but I do not know where from.
He is a Blaze Blue player primarily.
Oh, yeah.
He plays protagonists in every game.
Amazing.
Nushinator is a Soul player. I think this is a Soul Mirror.
wild.
Oh, yeah.
I love a soul mirror.
All right, so we're getting some good old soul bad guy play here.
It's going to be so good. This character, in some ways, has like Grand Vipered under the radar for
That's true.
For so many games. I think that oftentimes when a game launches, you're seeing Saul at the top does a brick of damage, has these long combos, and is like just like very forward-moving pressure. And then people get a little cold on Saul. They say, well, like, you know, he doesn't have the range. He doesn't have a way to like force his in without meter.
And then maybe they nerf his success 4 times.
Yeah, yeah. And then, I don't know, like, fundamental players still find a way to make this character work. And we'll see if Aerodat and Nushinator, if one of them or both of them could do so now.
So it will be Aerodat on the neon color, Nushinator on the almost default one. This is going to be an early burst from Nushinator. This is going to be fascinating. I've never seen these two play. I've played both of them. But I've never seen these two play each other. I think this is going to be a wild experience.
The feeling is once one of them gets a clean hit in neutral here, then they're both risking throwing another one out for 6P. But then tagging somebody, you're going to get these nice confirms. Not like quite a full one. And we're going to go back to this mid-range. But it's funny, mirror matches are always a little weird, right? They're always feeling a little bit awkward. And neither of these characters can find an advantageous range that the other one cannot, right?
Exactly.
So once you're in your sweet spot, it might be your opponent's sweet spot too.
And Nushinator, I haven't played Aerodat as much. For Nushinator, I can tell you his one thing stands out about him. He likes to do the airborne bandit bringer as like a landing mix-up.
Yeah.
He will jump at you and press like jump H, jump D, and then land with bringer from really low.
Okay.
I haven't seen him doing that much yet. I feel like he's less likely to do it to another Soul player.
Oh, there's some Kai moves coming out. This is changing to a different matchup completely. All right.
Aerodat, Aerodat plays a bunch of different games, but always plays these kind of characters. Always like the Shoto protagonist type of characters.
Oh, wild throw. No need to combo after that anymore. Damage is baked right in. All right, and we got the kick follow-ups. Keeping it clean in the corner.
On that.
There's that low to the ground that you're talking about. And oh, the reset.
Aerodat just needs one more hit here. Nushinator does have burst back. Okay, he does use it.
2 more hits it is. Surprising, though. The guts, huge factor there. And oh, big duff. Okay.
And that's big because now Aerodat goes in with burst to the last round.
And that run up just checking the ground game. Nice 2S. We're getting the knockdown. It's a very different Guilty Gear. I'm so used to watching characters that have tons of screen pollution and like are flying around the screen. You know, Chip is running up the walls and stuff, and like Saul is just kind of like jogging at you, but like in a John Cena kind of way.
But menacingly.
Yeah, it's like it's a little buff, and it's like okay, burst going out,
burst,
keeping the corner with that too, but giving up the ground right after. Unfortunate, and I think Nushinator's smelling blood there a little bit. Forcing a situation, but the counter
full meter. Can he kill him off this?
Oh,
if he gets the full conversion, this is going to do it.
Oh, it
doesn't wall break.
Are you kidding? I could have sworn.
If anyone out there actually understands Guilty Gear's wall break mechanics, please let us know.
Guys, okay, send me the scrolls. Okay, BRC.
Oh, and the BRC 5K.
Yeah.
Last hit game 1 will go the way of Aerodat.
You are not beating a 3-frame normal in BRC state.
Yeah.
I on the books shouldn't be possible. Oh wow. Okay, party time.
All right, so the round start Fafnir working out there. Not getting maybe as much damage as possible, but still pretty good start for Nushinator.
You know, I was thinking these folks wanted to keep the corner for mix, but I'm wondering if the corners just don't break in the Saul mirror. Okay, there's one now.
There it is.
All right,
okay.
we got there. And returning to neutral.
Big damage from Nushinator. Just needs 1 or 2 more hits here.
Oh, the duff. Okay, it's the little things.
Do it.
Nice.
Yep.
OTG.
Bringer. That always looks so silly. It doesn't look like it should work.
Yeah, or I don't know. It looks like a finisher. Like it's
yeah.
Like they should just go through the ground or get planted like old Potemkin style.
They should bring back IKs.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe in the next patch. Season 3 could be a blow up. Okay, corner, no confirm.
Aerodat does take the corner back, though. He's in a good spot here.
I like that range with the gunflame. That's kind of the classic Saul range. I don't know how effective it is in this particular game, but trying to find that spacing where one fireball puts you back into an advantage state can be really nice.
I think it is still certainly strong, not so much as Exerd, because Gunflame just isn't that good anymore compared to what that was.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that it isn't good in this game. Just for anyone who's unfamiliar with Exerd, that move is insane in Exerd. But it is still very strong in this game, as that's going to be... Oh, okay, yeah, that'll be round to Aerodat.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of more normals-focused gameplay from both these players, seeing a lot of 2S, that 5H in mid, just kind of swinging, looking for something. And the clean confirms lead to a really like straightforward but good pressure state. Oh, wow, what a jab out.
Yeah. And that's the thing with Soul. You know what you're going to get with Soul.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a whole lot of like crazy mix-ups. It's a lot of very straightforward strike-throw game, and then there's like some hard-to-see overhead setups when he air dashes in.
Yeah, honestly, talking about like playing Ragna, there is some similarities there where everything is like, I mean, everyone has mix-ups in that game, but like everything is pretty canned. There's not like a lot of crazy stuff.
Air.
And your character relies on having like a big sword, a couple big buttons that just make a lot of sense, and then like doing crazy damage when you get the right hit.
As Nushinator comes up with the run-up 6H out of absolutely nowhere, and
yeah.
that's going to be game 2, so we're at 1-1.
I don't know how fast that move is, but it looks like lightning.
9, I believe.
That's
9 or
pretty
10.
fast for a heavy button.
Yeah. It beats a surprising amount of Axel round starts. That's how I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it beats my Fire Slash, so it must be 9.
Must be 9. All right, we're seeing a little bit slower of a play style from Aerodat, trying to make sure this is not even. Currently at 1-1, but maybe looking for some reversals. Yeah, looking for something that did not come out.
Oh, Nushinator got the mix-up there, but didn't keep going, and then ended up whiffing the throw, and now Aerodat's in a really good spot, and he will take the first round here.
Nice. And we are in winner semis here, so no matter the outcome of this match, whoever takes the 3, our other player will still be in the tournament down to losers.
And we'll be in top 6, which I think is higher than both of these two were seeded.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So still very good result for either of them for sure.
All right, just trying to get Aerodat off of them. Nushinator swinging to neutral. Okay, 6P coming out, finding its mark. Oh,
the fake overhead. That setup's
nice.
So hard to block. It is technically possible to fuzzy everything, but it's just like so impractical, really.
These whiff punishes from Nushinator are crazy.
That's a big one. He just needs one more hit to get this round.
Oh, BRC.
Oh, BRC's right into the 2S, and they land. Yep.
Oh, Saul things happening on screen. Everyone keep an eye out.
That is one of Nushinator's favorite things to do. Of course, I think it's one of many Soul players' favorite things to do.
Yeah, it's fun to be -2 sometimes.
Yeah. To quote the great Crocs and Socks, why are you mashing? I'm minus.
That's very good. Okay, big duff. Nice. And just like clean little pressure buttons, finding like uncomfy ranges from Aerodat, who maybe could expect to like backdash out if it weren't for something like 6S there.
And that's a really good, wow, really good jab anti-air conversion. Nushinator ends up getting the burst. Aerodat does have meter, spends it there, he doesn't get much out of it.
All right, and little knockdown. Okay, I don't think that's what they wanted.
Oh, doesn't get anything more than that.
Okay, Nushinator living.
Oh, this is right at the end. He gets the meter.
We'll see.
This might do it.
It's very close. The wall.
Get the wall break. Not quite.
Oh, it's
this
so
has to be
close.
1 pixel there.
Okay, BRC. No, we're not going to see it. Wow.
Oh, yep.
You thought.
Aerodat was ready for it this time. Just gets out of there. Doesn't want to get chipped out by the edge of the Volcanic Viper.
Fool me once, shame on you. Aerodat going up 2-1 in the Sol mirror. We may not be able to see this again today, so everyone, please savor it. This is peak Guilty Gear in some ways.
Yeah, this is in fact the Guilty Gear himself on screen twice. Yeah, these are the only 2 souls left in bracket for sure.
They certainly don't look like they feel guilty. Oh, how did that whiff? Unfortunate. Okay, luck had nothing to do with it. Burst coming out.
That's a big counter hit for Nushinator to get that burst.
Yeah, Aerodat playing a little bit slower than Nushinator in general. It sometimes seems to be paying off, obviously up 2-1. And other times, that aggression seems really hard to check. You know, it's sometimes a good defense is being on offense, I find in this game. But nice DP coming out there, using that sparingly. Oh, okay.
And Nushinator checking with the 2S. That 2S is a really important button in the mirror, especially the more that 6S has gotten nerfed. 2S has really had to take the place that 6S used to have of this long, somewhat disjointed poke. 6S, of course, not disjointed anymore. 2S only a little bit, but still better than 6S now.
Yeah, 2S seems like it does a little bit of work, and it's not a super long button, but it's like just long enough that if someone's trying to get into that approach range, it'll counterpoke them.
Especially in the Soul Mirror, where your opponent doesn't have those large buttons to keep you out, something like Kai Fire Slash or, you know, in my world, the Axel Jump S, something like that to stay away from you.
Absolutely.
Soul is really going to be getting in there in your face, and a 2S is going to catch the other Soul running up there more often than not.
Knocking on the door, Aerodat. And yeah, that'll absolutely do it. Having 100 meter there is like can feel like a checkmate sometimes. I mean, there's so much you can do with meter in this game. Cash out right there for damage, or even just the RCs to cause the can to open, so to speak.
Yeah. And this is that point here for Aerodat, trying to get into winners finals. This is a big run for either of them, but Aerodat now one round away. Has burst. Nushinator will have it soon as he gets it back right now.
Oh,
and the 2D counter hits the 2S.
Yeah, 2D also.
Some things never change.
Yeah, I was gonna say very traditionally good button for Sol.
Yeah, this is the worst version of it probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it feels very normal in this game, and then like other ones, it's just like why is he allowed to do that? Oh. Okay, RC.
Can he bait the burst here? He whips the combo completely with a wild throw.
One more of those should do it. Okay, burst coming out though. Oh, in the corner.
Aerodat has meter. Nushinator does not yet.
Aerodat so happy to give up the corner and then gives up the life bar. Nushinator staying alive, 2-2.
And the very edge of that Bandit Bringer bringing us to a game 5. Nushinator staying alive, and here we go, game 5 of the Soul Mirror.
Nothing like a perfectly spaced Bandit Bringer, something that we definitely do all the time on purpose. Oh no! Oh, in the bait!
Burst.
And just chasing them down.
I'm jealous of how easy it is for this character to catch backdash. And that is, again, set point for Aerodat. Now, Nushinator came back last game, but this is a much worse spot. Down a round and down a lot of burst meter as well.
Yeah, that round went over so fast that that baited burst did not come back in a meaningful way. If they can take this round, they should get one back in the third, but unless this goes much slower than it has been going, I don't know if they'll see it again. Okay.
I like the reset into the wild throw. That second wild throw was definitely a mistake. But Nushinator's in a good spot. He's got him in the corner. 6S counter hit, not going to kill with the conversion.
Oh,
but that will.
The dunk.
And we are in last round, game 5. Maximum Soul bad guy here.
See, that round did go really fast, but now Nushinator still doesn't have that burst.
He didn't get hit. he played it too well.
Yeah.
I'm still sitting without a burst.
You got to play the long game. Get a few tags in before you win. Okay, burst on either side. Maybe not coming back for the rest of this set. Big pickup. Nice follow-up, but no combo. Okay, in the corner. Again, we'll see if Aerodat can hold on to it this time. Nice PRC, keeping the pressure.
Gets the throw PRC, kind of an OS. Of course, not truly an OS anymore.
And finds a hit, but it's a little bit of damage.
Aerodat's in a good spot. 2 more throws, 1 more big hit.
Anything here? Oh, and uses it for pressure.
PRC.
Okay, staying alive. Nushinator finding space. Aerodat giving it up, looking for counter pokes, but not finding anything quite yet. This has not been a good place for Aerodat in the past, and we are going to see a counter poke.
Wild
Wild throw,
not
quite enough.
And there it is. The 2K2D will take it, and Nushinator, a crazy comeback in game 5. And what a run for him. He's in winners finals.
Wow, amazing. What a turnaround, too. We saw what we thought was the very end of a game right there in the first round. Just absolute, like, beta burst, life bar just fully depleted, lights out so fast, and Nushinator knew that it was not about playing slower, because why would you play this character if you were trying to play slower? So turned on the Sol stuff, went in, but took it a little slower than usual, and it seemed like they did a really good job of finding their time to play. Like, when Aerodat was giving up the corner, Nushinator was happy to take it. They were right there.
And even though I think we saw Aerodat have kind of better conversions a lot of the time, he was doing more damage per hit on average. Nushinator was just getting these small combos that would put him in these reset situations. He would, do part of a combo and then wild throw. He would do enough of a combo to get him to the corner, keep the corner pressure going. And in the long run of the set, that won out just barely, and it was enough to get him into winners finals.
Yeah, that wild throw game plan is really good if you don't feel super comfortable with like the big confirms.
Exactly.
Because you can go for these resets where your opponent really wants to be sitting on down back after getting hit by something really big like that. Because they're like, if something drops here, I do not want to be in the middle of a reset.
Exactly.
And
then you reset them on purpose anyway.
Exactly.
I come from Skullgirls. This is my world here.
Yes. Yes. No combo breakers in this game, but really capitalizing on that defense with the throw game. And now we're going to have something completely different.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a very different matchup here. This is going to be Anji against Bridget. We got Wallaby. We got Liam is here. Liam went on a great run recently, getting second at a monthly.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Beat one of the people who beat Kazam and then lost a very close set to Samson in Grands. He's a very strong Bridget player. We've seen less. We have not seen as much Bridget as I would have thought in this region.
Yeah,
I feel like we're starting to see more of her. She's such a strong character right now.
I play Bridget, and I think she's a cream of the crop in this game. You know, I don't like drawing like a top 3, top 5 kind of thing, but she is definitely in the upper echelon. Her offense is just incredible. She has so much dynamic, and you know, you really can like crack somebody a lot easier than a lot of characters. But she also has the range game. She has really good defense, I would say.
She's really got everything except damage and health.
Yeah.
But those are two very important things. And I feel like Anji, on the other hand, is kind of weak across the
Anji
board.
has
everything
damage and
except
health.
damage and health.
Anji has damage and health.
So
but,
it's going to be on Wallaby here. Make something happen with this character, where he's, you know, neutral. The edge has to go to Bridget.
Anji's toolbox
but
is...
the damage, Anji's got the damage.
His toolbox is dull, but everything in there is very big and heavy.
Yes. And it's an early burst out from Wallaby. I don't mind the early burst from both of them. In a matchup like this, you know, Bridget hits you a lot of times. You're going to build that burst back. I don't mind getting the early burst out to get out of a situation.
And that mix, we see that all the time. Pretty unpredictable. You really have to know what your opponent wants to do. I'd say I always go for the low first. I assume that most Bridgets do. But here we are talking about the big damage. Great corner carry, too. And you have to block that.
Slash, rather.
Nice.
Okay, YRC is the needles. That is not a terrible situation for either player, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of ways out of Fusion mix unless you're going for the low. Low, you can make it really clean. Everything else has responses. But it's up to Liam to figure out which follow-up is being used and which response to use in response to it.
And also the low is -7, so you know that's the one that he can definitely get you to block, but also he doesn't gain anything from blocking it if he doesn't have meter.
Exactly.
And that's kind of one of the inherent big flaws of Anji is that his mix is very built in, and you've got to come up with anything more than that. So there we see the Fujin low into the red RC. That is sort of the standard use of meter for Anji, as this should be it. Not quite.
No,
that'll do it.
Okay, we got it. So there was an extension there, missed by Liam, but finding pressure right afterwards, you have to see those resets and react, you know. If your full combo doesn't go off, ideally you're in a position where your button is light enough that you'll go into it right after.
And the round start spin to start off game 2, while we getting the burst out right away at least.
Nice blocks. It's honestly a hard situation. Even if you block that all out, the fireball comes out, they're pretty plus afterwards. Like, Bridget is really good at keeping control after getting that first hit. Oh, interesting.
Good defense for a while, eventually has to give up the burst. And Wallaby trying to avoid the yo-yo on its way back. We've seen him swing with that 6P trying to catch Liam in the dash, but Liam's movement has been so clean, dashing in and back out. And this is not going to kill, but it's going to be a lot of damage and a hard knockdown. Yeah, you're really happy to get the safe jump here, though. Counter super being one of the rare situations where you can work your way out of it, but no, we're going to go for something a little bit further out. Keep it as clean as possible. Liam holding on to a nice lead here. Wow. So Liam has really been in control so far. The Fujin spin just doesn't help much against the dash there. Yeah, if you're rolling, there it'll help. Like the Fujin does not do anything. Yeah. It's really good against some of those long normals. Yeah. Because they're really slow on the recovery, but if you're in midair, I think you can just follow up afterwards, and it's like allowed. Like you get the hit. Oh no, what's happening, Spaghetti? Bit of a mistake there. Goes for counter super, actually. Lost the meter there. Still has 50 more meter. I like stalling with that jump D to avoid the mix-up, and this should do it. Wallaby will get on the board. Yeah. All right, got a round. Putting it together. A few drop things here and there from both players, trying to tighten up for top 8. You know, the first match of a set is always so rough. It's like getting your bearings. You were playing earlier, you took a break. Got to get back into the mindset. Okay, here we go. Looking real good for Liam right now. We get the situation set up again. I like that jump out. Coming in on the normals like that, it's kind of difficult for Brit to pick up off like the first hit of jump S. Right. Gross. So I guess the command grab, last chance for Wallaby. Trying to YRC there probably, or maybe counter super, and just not coming out. So Liam is going to take game 2, and he's up 2-0 here. Yeah, Wallaby is back against the wall here. You need to cycle through those defensive options when you have them in the position of Anji.
It's just so tough against the mix. Like, oh, nice school. Nice pickup. Okay. Oh yeah, gotta burst that.
Yeah,
That's
burst.
big damage.
2H with the full screen to corner carry. That is
Ooh,
that's gonna hurt.
That was interesting. Where was that yo-yo?
No idea.
Okay, good backdash on the jump K, but you still get pressure off that. That thing is right behind you.
There's the counter
Nice.
super.
Okay. That is going to pay big dividends in this matchup. A lot of damage. Nice. Okay.
One more hit, and he blocks the DP, so Wallaby taking round 1.
Yeah, very clean.
Yeah, and there so we see there the usefulness of the counter super, why it's so important. You can't truly safe jump on G.
Oh, pick up.
Good for him having something special if we forget that Baiken is in the game.
You know, Anji is like a very, very regular character.
Yeah.
No, Anji,
He's just a guy.
yeah, Anji is like 2% milk. But kind of nice. Like, I don't know. The character is kind of fun to play. You get to play like a very straightforward neutral game, which I know people play Guilty Gear for other reasons, but like, it feels good to do well with that kind of character.
It's true. That being said, it is very difficult to do well.
It is.
And I'm very impressed that Wallaby has managed to so often.
Yeah,
Wallaby
Wallaby
is not easy.
They've been playing this character since the game came out, I believe it.
Yeah, he's an Anji player in Plus R as well.
But
he's played Anji for basically as long as he's played the Guilty Gear series.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Spending the burst.
Interesting hero burst. And I'm going to call that a cross-up. I'm pretty sure Wallaby was on the other side of Bridget when Raj came through.
Yeah, that was interesting there. Gets hit by the killing machine. And Liam brings us to last round. But Wallaby does get the burst out right away.
Yeah, I think I've been seeing a lot of quick bursts from Liam here on those spin situations. Anji can go into like stand K and try to bait those out. But for the moment, it's just like staying alive on this mix, going low. You always expect the overhead there.
Counter super.
Nice.
And Wallaby out of meter here. Good spin through that, but he's in a rough spot.
Wow, good awareness on that throw. Oh. And
YRC comes out.
What a cross-up. I don't know how anyone blocked that. Okay, weird trade. Staying alive for now.
And that's do it. Gets the burst back on the last hit. One more chance for Wallaby.
Oh! Hiccup? No, it didn't find it.
Oh, and he couldn't fix off the PRC. That's too bad. I wonder if that was either supposed to be red or using the drift forward.
There's another future there.
Yeah.
Finding an amazing straight hit, having the meter, but just did not find the outlet. And Liam ready with the response.
Crowd. Oh my God, there's a crowd.
Yeah, that was tough last couple games. Really dominated the first one, but Liam holding on and just hanging on in that tight situation at the end. It looked like Wallaby had stolen it back that game 3. Wasn't able to finish, and Liam just still fully aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And able to move on. So Wallaby out at 7th. Liam will move on to top 6, where he will play. Let's find out. He will play Aerodat. So that'll be an interesting set.
Yeah, very aggressive matchup. And you know, we saw like once Bridget gets her offense started, the game can go either way. Like, you're not risking too much on offense. Like, you can do everything pretty cleanly, and you can find routes that aren't like really easy to respond to.
Right.
And so even like you said, with Wallaby having a little bit more dominance over that last game, a life lead is not so scary for Bridget. Like,
right, exactly.
It takes a while to amass the damage, but it feels like after a while, she's just going to open you up.
Yeah, eventually she's going to get there.
Like, you don't see a lot of timeouts in this game.
I am an Axel player, and I've never seen a timeout.
Yeah, it should be like every
just
other
to put
round
that in
for you.
perspective. Like, I play the most zoner character in this game. I have never once timed out.
So funny.
So timeout's not really a factor here. And it's funny because even with like the relatively low damage characters like Bridget, it's not that low. It's just low for Strive.
And it's like the
Bridget's
combo
damage
is low
would be pretty normal in Exerd.
But
Like,
she has like an unreactable high-low the moment you get up.
and she can do it again.
That combo,
So
low-medium damage.
Yeah.
Not low damage anymore. Like, and so the offense just like rolls like a, you know, momentum builds so fast when you're on offense in this game. So that character never too worried about like coming back from the life lead, I feel like. And
yeah, she's able to take such firm control of the game
Yeah.
once she has that one knockdown, and also she can kind of keep from breaking the wall for a while.
yes.
And that ensures that she almost always has meter to get the hard knockdown and keep setting up when she does break the wall. And I think that's one of the most important qualities a character can have in this game, honestly, is being able to sort of loop these knockdowns, build a bunch of meter before you get to the wall, get the hard knockdown to keep pressure so you don't actually lose your advantage state when you break the wall.
Absolutely, yeah. It doesn't matter if your kill takes 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Like, it's as long as you are on offense that whole time, that's what you want. You know, the low damage can feel frustrating when you get, like, sniped by a Naga or something and your whole life
and you
bar melts.
instantly die.
But, you know, they're just as frustrated as you are when they're sitting and holding the block button for like 10 years. So it's a different kind of frustrating. It's about what you want. And we're going to see 2 different kinds of frustrating on screen right now.
This is the matchup we expected to see in winners semis.
Yeah.
So we are instead seeing it in losers top 8. Echoes against ShadowKlone. Milia versus Jacko. Now, I used to play Jacko. I didn't love this matchup, but Jacko does have a couple of really interesting tools that work very well against Milia, especially ever since the patch where you can 2S the minions and send them into the sky.
Yes.
Because that is a really strong thing for Milia against most characters. Just go up high enough they actually can't get to you. And that is no longer possible against Jacko. You cannot be high enough that Jacko can't reach you.
The nature of this matchup versus Milia with anybody is you have to ground her.
Yes.
And after that, you're kind of partying. Like, her defensive options aren't very good. She takes a lot of damage. Ow. But you have to have kind of a unique neutral game plan to get her on the ground and not moving. And looks like
we're
so
seeing
far,
the setup right away from ShadowKlone.
ShadowKlone's got
doing
that.
his best to try to 6P these minions as they get thrown out, but every time it goes wrong, ShadowKlone just puts you in the blender.
I do feel like this is one of the rare matchups where Jacko's like 2S could actually hit something.
Yes, it is actually good in like maybe only this matchup, but in this matchup.
Oh my goodness.
And the charge dust out of nowhere.
Does anyone know any dust combos? Oh, they got those. That's crazy.
The Jacko one's very fun because you do jump H first, which is 2 hits, and it just like looks really awkward, but it's very silly.
Wow, what
like
a
Jacko.
clean first round
What a
speed
first
running.
game.
Echoes here. ShadowKlone up 1 with the Jacko. Really happy to see this character
I love this
in top
character.
8. I think Jacko is my favorite character to play in this game, but she
probably.
just has a lot going on, so it's a little trickier than like Bridget, where my game plan is like very known to me.
Exactly. I mean, I think the thing with Jacko is like, this is a very difficult character in what is not a very difficult game technically.
Yes.
Like, you can put in a lot of work into this game if you want to play like Jacko or Zato or like Happy Chaos.
Yeah, and it'll
and
work.
now Asuka, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of characters that are just not that much work, and if you do want to put in that much work, Happy Chaos is so much better anyway.
Right.
So like, it's rare to see this character at this point because she is there's so much work that goes into playing her, but she does reward you. I think she's very strong now since she's got, you know, so significantly buffed.
I do like the design philosophy in this game where, like, you can run a very straightforward game plan as Jacko and do well, or you can, like, dig up some very goofy stuff.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's at least a handful of characters in this game that allow you to do that.
Right, Echo's finally getting some time in here, but just kind of gives it right back up. He does not seem to be super aware of how this matchup works, which is very understandable because we don't have Jacko players. Like, I have not seen anyone other than ShadowKlone playing Jacko in well over a year.
Yeah.
And ShadowKlone doesn't come to locals. Like, I always see him like once every few months.
I saw ShadowKlone at a monthly, and then, and I was the only other person playing Jacko there.
Yeah.
And it is like, you have to sit and figure out like every little spot. There's a lot of dynamics there. Like, you know, this ground game with the lows is kind of very straightforward and like scary, but you can play a zoning game too. Wow, what a
And
pickup.
she's also got probably the best sweep in the game.
Yes,
Jacko
absolutely.
2D is absolutely ridiculous.
And this party time.
And now we get into the zone.
You definitely want to burst there.
Ooh, run under and then sweep back the other way. And this is bad for Echoes here.
Oh, they're coming. No.
What a route there.
Lucky hit. Nice low. And we got a little bit of mix here.
burst.
That's real. Oh, too much hit stun. Clutch throw from ShadowKlone. Going to go up 2-0. Echoes had the game plan. Their offense was finally coming online, but I don't know if they read
He got hit with the mix-up of get hit by the tick throw button and then the throw whiffs.
Yes, a legendary game plan.
Been playing a lot of Street Fighter. I see that all the time.
Yeah. Dang, I hate whiffing throws. Okay, we got the corner again.
Ooh, good dash
nice
out.
run-in,
Dash
yeah.
out in 2S working well there. The low to the ground capital set that up as well.
That was sick. Okay, so they are coming online in terms of like where to be on the pressure strings.
Okay.
Okay.
Starting to get these mix-ups here.
Oh,
Echoes
sad.
getting the Millia game plan going. Spends the
Wow.
burst. I like the idea there. The Bad Moon Red RC immediate low.
Just a little bit of damage, but positive bonus. You know, having meter to spend feels really good in this game. And we're gonna just move forward with those normals. Oh, okay.
The anti-air 2D, that might do it.
Oh, what a bait! Yeah, I think
And
this
that
is
should
over.
be it.
Wow.
When ShadowKlone
Clean.
puts you in the corner, it's rough. It's really hard to get out.
All right, match point here.
And that was a round that looked like it was going very well for Echoes. Now ShadowKlone takes command back. He's on set point.
That cross up and the autocorrect. Let's go.
He doesn't break the wall, keeps the corner. I like that.
Many overheads.
Will force out the burst as well.
Oh, okay.
We have not seen that command protect a single time in this set until now. Because really, ShadowKlone hasn't had to play defense until now.
Yeah, I think they've been doing a really good job of finding hits on the ground, even that are blocked, and then just capitalizing, turning on the minions. Okay, there we go. This is where Echoes wants to be. Corner live, good damage.
Just go ahead. Yep, goes for the wall. The wall slumps, or not even wall slump, just keeps him knocked down right next to the wall.
Great blocks. Oh. Okay, little
First
hits.
slash connects, but not getting anything off of it.
Oh, baiting the burst. Oh no, what is this?
Great block from ShadowKlone.
ShadowKlone does not want to play another game.
Echoes has burst, but he does not want to use it if he doesn't
air
have
car?
to.
Oh, the boot! Oh,
that'll do it.
Oh, the fadeaway.
Wow, ShadowKlone manages to hang on to that last little bit of health, and he will take game 3 and move on to top 6, where he will play Beesu, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Beesu
that'll be an
Kai.
interesting set. Jacko versus Kai, not my favorite Jacko matchup.
Yeah. I mean,
But probably a lot better now with all of the quality of life buffs that Jacko has gotten.
It is much better. I mean, all those things made such a vast difference in so many of her matchups. Like having minions be able to overhead or boot through projectiles.
Right, yeah.
Changed so many matchups so drastically.
Right, I would think especially ones like Kai, where the
Kai and
fireballs are
Leo.
such a problem. Yeah.
It feels so good nuking one of the Leo projectiles. It's just like, you don't get to do this
Does
anymore.
it beat the fireball
Clean.
cleanly? Wow.
Right through.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, there's some new stuff. I think that matchup is definitely better than it used to be. And I don't know. There's so much on this game. Once you get the knockdown, like we said, it's a very
it's all the
offense-friendly
same.
game. So, matchups can be really scary and neutral, but if you get the finesse, and you can find that 2D, any character, almost any. Jacko definitely, Kai definitely, you get your game plan started, and then it's
Now we're going into the next round, where losers quarters here. This is going to be Aerodat, who we saw in that Soul Mirror earlier. Against Liam is here. Bridget player, we saw him take out Wallaby. So Soul versus Bridget. You're a Bridget player. What do you think of this matchup?
I honestly have not played a lot of stuff. Surprisingly, it runs through everywhere. But, my feeling is that Bridget's tools, eventually Saul is going to run someone over. But if they're vying for neutral, Bridget's winning.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's sort of the case of Soul against anyone with a lot of reach. He is not built, at least in this game, to really fight characters with big range. For me with Axel, it's a lot about just he's going to get in sometime, I just have to not die.
Yeah.
But how much damage can you do while you're just keeping him out?
Yeah.
And that is, I think, the key for Bridget here. You've got more of that offensive threat, even than Soul, really, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, her mix-up game on offense is so scary.
Yeah.
It's very good into reversals.
Yep.
And in neutral, buttons like 2H pose this really unique situation, right? Where air approaches are putting you negative on frames in this game.
Yeah.
If you block something in midair, like a 2H,
Right.
Bridget cancels into yo-yo. You're on the ground in block stun with a yo-yo behind you.
Yep.
You by jumping, even if you block in midair, you have lost that interaction.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of things like that that can make this kind of tricky for Saul on the approach if the Bridget player has a clean neutral game plan.
Which we've certainly seen that Liam does.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Aerodat deals with this. I think a big part of it is most likely you're going to get in at some point. You need to make it count on the Soul side here. This has to be 1 to 2 interactions and Bridget dies.
Yeah.
If you're going to be trading
And that's
hits back and
reasonable.
forth. Yeah, and it's totally possible.
That's a fair ask.
Bridget has no health, has no guts, and you're a sole bad guy. You do all the damage.
Yeah.
But you've got to find your way in, and then you've got to really make that count. Get that counter hit your full conversion, and then do it again the next round.
The thing that always gets me, the thing I lose to from Sol is Viper, because it goes right under all of her like standing normals. And if you get counter hit by that thing, you do get to watch your health bar go. All right,
Good
pressure
blocks early on here.
And yeah, like nice. We did see Aerodat in the last match playing very clean, trying not to overextend too much. So that may help Aerodat in this matchup against someone who is very much on the strike side of strike throw.
Exactly.
Yeah, clean blocks. Look at this.
Yeah, Aerodat's defense has been very solid. I trust that BlazBlue players have seen some whack mix-ups, so
they have. Yeah,
I mean, nothing that unusual.
What else is there, right? Like, though the thing is, you can't instant block in this game like that.
Right.
It's there, but you're not getting the frame advantage that you are in BlazBlue. And I think,
and also IBing is a 2-frame window in this game as opposed to 8 in Exert.
Yeah.
So you don't see it nearly as much as an old Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I think Aerodat, as a BlazBlue player, might want to be able to get something a little more off those instant blocks.
Yeah.
They're not going for it at all here, really.
Okay, that was a really good YRC, but still in a really rough spot. You're going to need to use this burst in a smart way.
That range comes into play on offense here, too, right? Like, even after that YRC, that was an aerial YRC, so the reset comes a little faster. And there was Liam 2-3 character lengths out with the yo-yos out. And that just led to more pressure. Again, like, the get-off tool not really working right there for Aerodat.
And that was a solid game 1 to Liam. We'll see if Aerodat can make any adjustments here. And this is something that I've noticed about Liam. The way he'll put the yo-yo out, he'll air dash in and dash back when he sees his opponent ready to 6P it, and then he'll time his next dash in that the yo-yo is already returning, and there's nothing the opponent can really do other than block the mix-up or jump super high out of the way.
Yeah, that returning yo-yo makes it like a very clean 50-50. And you can also, end it early, right? Like, you can go in for the 2S like at half screen.
There we finally see the Viper going under it. Or the Night Raid Vortex, rather, in this game.
On the board.
So Aerodat keeping it close, and now with how little health Bridget has.
Right there.
Liam could absolutely die in one hit here, but the command grab, and that should kill.
This is
Does he have the combo out of it?
No.
Almost.
Okay, we
That'll
got
do it.
So throw coming online, and that strike throw, we talked about the balance very skewed in Strike's favor for the last few sets, but Liam finding a little bit more damage off of a blocking Aerodat and a bursting Aerodat here. Oh, okay, no follow-up because it's the other yo-yo. What are we doing here? Yeah, see that? The fake out right there. That's going to beat that 6P. Second one's going to come in on the recovery.
And even if you don't, it's not like you really are in a better situation because you didn't get baited into the 6P. You're still there blocking, you're still in the corner. Yeah,
I think you have to have Colossal Brain to expect your opponent to end their air dash like mid-screen and then go for a 2S to make the block.
Right, yeah.
But, I'm not going to rule it out.
Okay, does block the DP and doesn't get anything off of it. That's really unfortunate there for Aerodat. Does he get one more chance? Gets the air throw. Gets DP'd.
Okay, coming through.
Oh, blocks the YRC. That'll do it. That's a really unfortunate drop. Aerodat might have been able to take the whole round from that counter hit.
Yeah,
but now we can go down 2-0 in game 3.
So we got good blocksies, and we're finding some of those counter folks now, but it's really about finishing your plate here. Oh my god, tricky business. Safe jump into the overhead fuzzy. Let's go.
That was really cool. It still didn't do much damage, but
yeah,
very fun.
You're happy to get another 2D on the ground after anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's all about maintaining that pressure. Look at this.
And it's just the mental stack is so significant. I mean, you saw the kickstart into the punch follow-up there, which is not the best thing to do, especially against Solo as a 3-frame button, who can actually punish that. But there's just too much else to think about. You're not ready to react to it.
Oh, wow. Oh, Roger!
That's not going to be it, but this is rough for Aerodat, and Liam will move on to match point.
Yeah, I mean, Aerodat here just a little bit too, like, in the Yomiverse. Like, we're seeing a lot of movement that is predictive of an option, and nothing really coming from, not reactions, but, like, the good reads. It seems like Aerodat is looking for something else after a good read. Wants to double down. And Liam is just playing this like very straightforward game plan. It's you go in, you spend 50, and spend 50 more,
and that'll do it. So Liam taking a very easy set there. Aerodat with a great showing in winner's bracket. A couple of big upsets to get the top 8. Had that great game 5 set. Nushinator in the mirror kind of just runs out of gas there. And that is an excellent run. Yeah, that is a great result from 5th place here. Well done to Aerodat. Just wasn't quite ready for the rigid mix, and I don't think I would be either.
No, I mean, it's even if you are ready for it, there's only so much you can do. Like
exactly,
the reason it's so effective is because of how many options you have out of your situations. Like you can,
and how many of them are safe.
They're almost a lot of them. Almost everything can be safe if you want. Like that, and that's what I mean by options. Like anything that overextends, I guess you could do the air command grab, which somehow hits on the ground.
Yeah.
But like beyond that, like the jump D is safe. You're partying. The jump K, very quick. Partying, but the lows are all safe. It's a matchup where defense really have to block forever until you have that opportunity to get in. And we saw one or twice Aerodat getting opportunities, dropped a big counter hit punish, maybe got him around. You spend 50, but you really want to deal with their ground.
Yep.
It gives you a much better position. And even then, like we saw one of those get blocked and punished.
Yeah, like, it's just there's so many places where Bridget can kind of OS that. Just be like, oh, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, yeah.
And Liam is so consistent on all those setups and everything.
Like, everyone wants to turn to universal mechanics when something like that is like really oppressive in a matchup. And like, sure, if you want to instant FD and launch someone across the screen like a push block, it's just possible.
If you can do it.
If you got those
Good
2
luck.
frames,
yeah.
Like I suggest you start practicing now because it's it really does make a difference. Like we see some players that can really consistently do that, but even then, consistency is like some of the time.
Yeah, no,
but it's worth it.
It's really difficult to
works.
do consistently. It is really important. There's certainly some matchups like that one where you really need to get Bridget away from you. Ramlethal is a big one where if you can parry the if you can IB the Rekka, you can get a punish.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's specific matchups, situations like that where you really do need to learn how to IB in this game. It's just not practical to do it to everything, but you can try to lab out how to do it in specific scenarios.
Okay, we got ShadowKlone and Beesu back on the character select screen. ShadowKlone coming in really hot, clean 3-0 earlier. Really happy to see Jacko doing so well. Beesu's going to want to stop that momentum. Definitely the kind of player that can do that. Wants to play that clean game, play neutral.
And ShadowKlone wants to do anything other than that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what? It's funny because people say, like, Jacko doesn't play neutral, but the buttons that she uses in neutral are easy good.
Oh, yeah. She's not good neutral. It's just not, like, what you'd expect from normal fighting game neutral.
She's got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's busy. She's asking her friends what to do next.
Yeah, she's playing a tower defense game. Okay,
it's tradition for Jacko to make her opponent play a different game. In Actor, it was League of Legends.
Yeah.
This game, not quite that, but tower defense sounds about right.
I always think of Pixel Junk Monsters because I'm 1,000 years old. Oh, good 6P! And this button check looking crazy. Beesu getting the wall break. 50 meter on deck. You know
I don't
what
think this is a button check.
I don't think it is.
Oh, the burst bait!
Oh, yeah.
Right into the Forever Elysion, and this is going to be big damage going the other way. So, hard knockdown. Beesu does have 100 meter. Can do something like wake up RTL or RC to make sure he's safe.
Oh, yeah, we're doing it.
Looks like he's going to try it.
100 meter. Oh, doesn't even need to. That's a kill.
Yep, that'll do it. So, as the opponent there, it doesn't matter who you're playing. You got to respect Kai with 100 meter. He has the option of RTL RC, and it beats everything. There's no way to OS for it and beat it. You can use
the one. If you have 50 meter, you can response super, but only
depending on the super.
Yeah.
If you have no meter and they have 100, it's their turn. And there's really nothing
super
you can do about it.
Yeah.
So ShadowKlone happy to just block some of those things in the corner, and now he's all set up. Let's see what he can get off that.
Partying.
I love the dust on the minions.
Yeah, it's so sick. Okay, spending 50 to keep that alive.
The combo and the whip punish Forever Elysion.
Counter hit like this.
That is so much
damage.
ShadowKlone in a good spot, trying to get around on the board here.
I love keeping it full screen versus Kai. Okay, shock state. We are almost out of there. Taking a little bit of damage, but getting out of the corner, I'm kind of happy with it. Wow, 6P is a factor.
Gotta find a good time to burst here.
Now is not it. I think they just kept that very burst safe.
And the gold
yeah,
burst,
that was a perfect burst. Yeah,
Maybe
YRC.
the YRC, and that should kill. Let's see who's got.
Press.
Oh no, he OTG'd with it.
Oh no!
That should do it though. Okay.
I cannot believe Beesu pressed on that.
Yeah.
But we're seeing some really clean anti-airs with that 6P. Situations like that somehow did not auto-correct that time, but every other one has been landing on smart. Ooh, great anti-air.
Ooh, the IAD combo there.
Yeah, ShadowKlone very ready for that.
I haven't seen that one before. That's cool.
Yeah, those run cancels did change a lot of characters in this game. Run cancel off of like close slash and 5K.
Yeah.
Means the world to Jacko. Oh, what a hit. It's gonna hurt so bad.
I remember watching everyone lab all the exciting new things with that, sitting there playing Axel and Pot, being like, well,
don't worry about it. Yeah, 5K.
Jacko got a lot of cool stuff there.
Pot can't even dash. Okay.
Yeah.
We do
and
take
he
those.
the burst.
Wow.
Yes, this should do it.
ShadowKlone has been finding those all day.
Oh.
I do not know what just happened there. I saw a BRC.
That was really weird.
It looked kind of aerial. Was that BRC on the side
It
of
might have
Beesu?
been. It might have been backdash BRC from Beesu. ShadowKlone did not have meter. That's why that combo didn't kill. It looked like he was gonna go into a wall splat and build enough meter for the combo.
That was crazy.
But Beesu ends up taking it.
Okay, right there. Minion going right through the projectile.
Ooh, okay.
Sure. I think as a Jacko player, you just have to come to peace with that. Like, those kind of hits are going to happen all the time. You're auto-correcting like left and right. Ooh, there we go. No meter for the follow-up the toss, but now we are in the corner. Oh, incoming!
Ooh, what a play right there. I love that. Sending one minion into the sky with the 2S, sending the other one straight down the jump into the drop and jump slash.
All right.
One or so hits away, and that'll do it.
Going for the run-up 5D, trying to open this thing up too early. ShadowKlone ready for it. Wow. Okay, nice.
Oh, taking the mask off as well. I love that little feature.
Yeah, it's so sick. Oh! And counter hit.
That's big damage right there. Stays in the corner as well. Does not get a wall splat.
Oh, the poke out. Interesting.
I like that. It keeps the grab option safe. The backdash does not punish there.
That's wild.
And
yeah,
Beesu will get out, but ShadowKlone got a lot of mileage out of that.
Oh no, a little too far off the speed.
Doesn't build the 50 meter, and Beesu's just going to be like, yeah, I'm not blocking that.
No,
let's get the burst out.
Too scary. Okay.
Nice YRC back.
I don't know if you can hit an overhead when they're in midair. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Goes
first
for
coming
burst.
out.
Okay.
Hero burst.
ShadowKlone believing in the Cali burst here.
Yeah, making it worth it. I mean, honestly, sometimes even if you're not going to win the round, which now there's a very real chance that you are, extending the round.
That'll do it. And ShadowKlone takes it.
Wow.
And that's going to be 1-1.
You got to respect the hero burst conversion. Like, that is a rarity.
Yep.
Oh, the corner.
I like that right away. ShadowKlone retreating to the corner and then steals the corner back.
A lot of newer players don't understand how much advantage ShadowKlone got right there by doing no damage. But it's all about that corner control. Jumping out and just finding the spacing where you can be comfortable. Look at this. How much advantage has ShadowKlone pressed from that situation?
He might get the whole round from it. I don't think this is quite going to kill, but it's going to be close. He's going to get a wall break.
No, yeah, a little too scaled.
Oh, it didn't wall break. Okay, that actually might be better.
I think
but the slide RC out of the corner will get Beesu back in this round.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. And pressure. Okay, keeping it a little bit slower pace in that corner now.
The RC doesn't just go for a grab there, though. Gets mashed on for a moment.
Yeah, ShadowKlone has been matching out of these pressure situations so effectively.
RC comes in.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, you can't double jump there against Kai. It's so scary. I feel like in that situation, if ShadowKlone air dashes out, he's going to be in a much better spot. The double jump tells Kai, like, all right, time to 6P.
Yeah. I mean, you can come down with the FD, but, like, that doesn't really put you in a great spot.
Yeah, the best case scenario, you're still very minus in the corner.
Yeah, better than dying, but not by much.
All right, Mash is on the close slash. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, a little frame trap.
Now, is this the Masher super? All right, so we got the party time super.
Oh, look at this combo. So scaled. How many fierces can I fit into one combo while still doing 25 damage? Okay, full stick of butter on Beesu though. A clean hit here, I think, does end the game.
Doesn't pick up off an air dash there. This might kill.
A wall break too. I think we got ourselves. No,
that's way less than I thought.
Crazy.
Actually, I guess there were 2 hits before it instead of 1.
Oh, excuse me?
Oh, goes for the burst. Okay.
That Stan K was so meaty, I don't understand. And just jabbing out on the YRC too.
Beesu
These
gets
players
YRC'd.
are
He's
so
-10 and
hangry.
he mashes jab. And he goes up 2-1. Wild stuff from Beesu, and he goes up from the set. This has been tight, though. Every game has been super close. Let's see if ShadowKlone can get this to a game 5.
Yeah, it's a really interesting matchup, and you're seeing, I really think that a player like Beesu is going to benefit from a longer set. The adjustments are going to come. They're playing a very straightforward game. The more you lose when you're playing too risky, the less you do it if you're a good player.
Yep.
And so Beesu's just going to get cleaner, unless ShadowKlone can really put this together, and they still have to win too.
And that was a big counter hit 2D right there.
We take those.
Gets the burst out as well.
Oh, what a jab.
Big damage coming up here. Gets the corner as well, but Beesu has so much meter. Beesu's had full meter almost all of this set. It's crazy.
This I don't know if this is going to kill.
I don't think it's going to kill. Oh, it wall breaks.
The wall break from
it
full
carries
screen.
all the way across the screen and wall breaks.
Lest we
the
forget.
rounds. Yep.
Corner carry is a factor. Beesu looking at set point here.
Oh, it was a good jump, but not able to press a button on the way down quite in time.
The 6P gamers are alive and well.
Yep.
Okay, first coming out. Oh, wow. Goes under the shield.
It's going to be good damage. 1 or 2 more hits will do it.
Just
running
the
straight forward.
jump.
And that'll do it. The air dash in jump S. Beesu moving on. Good win from ShadowKlone to get this far. He will go out in 5th place as Beesu will move on to top 4.
Wait a minute. Hold on, I just saw the hit tag.
Can you imagine playing Guilty Gear on a GameCube controller?
Yeah, but I don't like the thought of it. I don't know.
I have played Third Strike on a GameCube controller before. I do not recommend it.
I had Guilty Gear on a PSP.
That's fun.
It was weird. It was whatever was in between XX and Accent Core, I think.
Reload?
No, it was after Reload, but it was only on PSP. So Robocat was in it.
Huh.
Maybe it was Accent Core. It was messy. But yeah, that thing is a callous machine.
That's wild.
Can't recommend it. All right, we got.
Are we going right into our next match, or?
No.
Let's see, I think we've got a top 8 picture going on first.
It's been so breakneck so far. Even the 2-2 sets have felt like a roller coaster.
Yeah, we've had some long sets, but they've gone by really quickly. We've had a lot of action, not a lot of slow gameplay.
No.
Not a lot of zoning, because y'all got me up here, and this region doesn't have any other zoners.
True.
So
you can do it with Jacko, but you can also do a lot of other stuff. And it's full screen can be fun to be at certain characters. But it's also kind of nice to be up in someone's face with those characters sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. It is always fun.
So I think we're gonna be in between a few sets here.
Take a look at some upcoming stuff for this region. Our big event this summer is going to be Beach episode, of course, from Boston Bluebeat here, right on this stream that we're on today. That's going to be July 16th. All kinds of games. We got all 3 main Guilty Gear games. Basically, everything of no Street Fighter, but everything else that's popular right now.
Yeah,
we got the biggest Sailor Moon S tournament of the year. Come play me in that game. I love that game.
So sick.
We got a lot of top players coming out for that game. So
and this is
exciting.
Very much the Blaze Blue region to me. There's a huge scene for that in New England. So if you're a fan of the game or just trying to pick it up, it's got a lot of depth. It is a lot of fun to play, and some of the best players are here for it. So they're happy to teach you. You just got to come through.
Yeah, and that's going to be... We also have our next monthly after that coming up in August as well. Similar game lineup. Looks like it's going to be on August 19th. So we can go ahead and put that date down for the next Bluebeat monthly after that. Shout out to everyone at Boston Bluebeat. Run a lot of great events.
Yeah, consistent, amazing monthlies. These super monthly kind of things are always a blast. I'm 2+ hours out, but I always try to make it down for those when I can. It's very worth the drive. People are there to play. There's very serious players, but also everyone's always having fun. I've never felt slighted.
It's always a good time.
It rules.
It's a great environment here.
It's nice to have 50+ people in the room and everyone's kind of stoked.
Yeah.
It feels like a rarity. I hope it's not, but it's for me it feels amazing. So yeah, some amazing stuff coming for that. I am absolutely making it to Beach episode. I already got the tank top picked out.
Amazing.
And I think if you didn't see it on there's a reason for the name. you are all going to the beach the next day. So if you are coming in from out of town, stick around.
Yep.
Get your trunks out. Get your 50 plus SPF.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, you got to hold that.
Yep. And of course, we've also got. We're looking over to the Smash Bros. Side of things. Smash is on the other stream, but they are doing a month-long fundraiser for the Trevor Project. Our weekly tournament is called Bay State Beatdown. This month we are Gay State Beatdown.
Let's go.
We are supporting the Trevor Project. We've already raised quite a bit of money. You can type !Trevor in the chat. You can also see the link on stream there. We're trying to get as much going as we can. I believe we're already up close to $2,000.
Oh, nice.
I think we actually did hit that goal already. So
okay,
they're just setting new goals
through
now.
Let's double it, right?
Really great to see.
Let's say 3,000. Like, you know, if we've done this much so far, like we've still got half the month to push through. Please press those hashtags. Get right in there. It goes to an excellent cause, and you know this is very important to folks in the fighting game community. One of the best things about this community is how inclusive it is.
Absolutely.
It's so important to have a place to compete and feel comfortable while doing it, you know?
Yeah, and between the Smash and FGC scenes here, it's always been such a great environment. So happy to see these kind of things here. It always feels great. It's also always great to see at our bigger events for the Smash scene. We've got Mash Harder 6 coming up soon. This is going to be in July. It's actually the week before Beach episode. So
nice.
This is going to be July 8th at 2 p.m. We've got singles and squad strike. Definitely come on by for that. It's going to be a balance patch as well, just like Beach episode. That is in Boston, of course, over in Austin. A lot of fun stuff. Those events are always great. They really put on a great show there.
The venue rules.
It's such a good place.
You just go in, your sandwich is like $8. Like what a perfect like all-inclusive package. You really don't have to leave the spot. Like and middle of July, you know, AC cranking.
Oh,
you're gonna want to
great.
stay there.
Been going to balance patch since I believe the second day it was open.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I've been there for as
Early
long as
adopter.
it's been around. Yeah.
Sweet.
So love seeing all these great events pop up. We've had Smash events there from the start. There have been FGC events I'm sure there have as well. I didn't start going to them until later on. But really seeing both the scenes blossom and keep getting bigger for all the games, really.
Yeah, and
Come play Brawl with me at Weeklies, by the way.
If you're playing Smash and you wanna play for keeps, if you're here today, you'll be happy to know that this is a qualifier for the New England Smash Invitational. You see it right there,
Yep.
June 10th. That is today. If you are not here already, you have to go to the next one, which is in the home state. It is in Waterville, Maine.
Oh, wow.
Way past me, way up there, but very worth it. Those guys love this game. They come out to play every time they come, and they come down here too. So
Absolutely.
meet
Shout
them
out
halfway.
to the main scene. A lot of great people up there.
July 1st.
I'm not going to be there because that is far, but
is
I'm
far.
sure it'll be a great event. I will try to watch the stream. And of course, we got one more after that at Smash the Line in Connecticut as well. I'll hopefully be at the finals for the Invitational to commentate. So
Awesome.
definitely going to be a really fun event. It's great to have this whole sequence going on.
Yeah, it's cool, and it kind of unites the region. You know, New England is composed of so many different places. It's nice of them to recognize that and put these events all over the region. That way, people can play like wherever they are, and then you can come up and try to gatekeep if you want.
Absolutely, it's great. I think we are finally about ready to get back into Guilty Gear Strive again. So we're getting here for winners finals. And we've got exactly who we expected on one side. We've got Kazam here. He's come cleanly through the winner's bracket as expected. On the other side, we got Nushinator. He is having probably his best tournament run in this game so far. A couple of really great wins already. We saw him have that crazy Game 5 win in the Soul Mirror in semis. And now here he is guaranteed top 3, already a spectacular result. Can he pull off another even bigger upset and take out Kazam?
He looks unfazed, honestly.
I will say, Nushinator as a player, he is very chill and very, very collected a lot of the time.
I think if you're playing Saul, you're one of two things. You're either like chilling, like just
Yeah.
I wonder what we're gonna have for dinner later. Like, let's see how this tournament goes. Or you are like grinding your teeth at all times. If you come to the door, you're grinding your teeth. You're like, you know, asking you to like check in for tournament, grind your teeth, but like not mad, just like
Intense all the time. Yeah. Nushinator definitely on the side.
After this, I need you to go back to Street Fighter.
Definitely see both.
And then come immediately back here. One game here, one game there.
Great bracket having after quarters, that was a bigger upset. Aerodat, of course, also a bit of an upset, taking out ShadowKlone to get there. Nushinator won here. Winner of this goes to Grams. Beesu will play the winner of our seconds match. There is Liam and Beesu. These are our top 4 remaining. Kazam, Nushinator, and then Liam and Beesu on the loser side.
All right, let's see how it goes. Going right into it. Oh, Kazam getting tagged by the dub.
All right.
And this is another matchup where Saul finds themselves at full screen and in trouble, and then up in your face and feeling great. So
yeah.
it really is situationally dependent on how neutral goes.
And this is a good start for Nushinator. He got that early counter hit to get the burst out. He is stuck in a corner now, but the wall was about to break. Probably didn't need a burst there. The wall was about to break anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't burst there. Like, Kazam sitting at that range where, like, nothing Saul does really matters. Like, your only option is to, like, walk it out.
That's a big 6H, though.
Yeah.
Nushinator getting right back into this one. And a big 6P.
It's funny, the one
Great
thing, when you were
answer.
talking about the neutral options for Testament earlier,
Yeah.
you know, 5P a little small. 6P, size of the moon.
6P is crazy.
It's everywhere.
One of the best 6Ps in the game. Right up there for the best. I don't think there's a single one that's like noticeably better than Testament.
It's very strong, and in this game we find 6P does some really good work for most characters. You can usually find a nice light confirm into it, and sometimes it leads into pressure. In Testament's case, having those full screen options means that your 6Ps are going to pay off really well for you. Other characters,
setup there.
Kai 6P, not too bad. Bridget 6P, solid, but like for Testament, it's really gonna like open up their game plan. Oh, what a bait!
And it's such a useful counter poke in this option where Soul has low pokes that will go under it. You have 2 as but so many of the ones you want to pass, like 5K are all going to lose those.
Trying to contest Testament in neutral, you either are going to have to throw out 6Ps of your own, or you're going to have to approach before you get one of those lows going. Because otherwise, you're sitting in a range that makes you do this.
Yeah. And now Kazam is in his comfort zone. We saw such a strong start from Nushinator, and since then, just Kazam has really, ever since he clutched out that round 1 in a last-hit situation, really dominated round 2. He's in firm control here in game 2 as well.
I mean, look at this. Like, a lot of characters are sad when their combo leaves their opponent at full screen. Like, oh, I gotta run and get neutral again. And Kazam is like forcing them. Oh, okay, nice little jab out.
And that is another round to Kazam. Nushinator is certainly keeping this competitive, but Kazam just looks so comfortable in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough matchup, but also playing against a player like Kazam, you know, I've played against their Milia before. It's in some ways very different, but in other ways, it's like all about waiting for that one clean hit and making it count. And every single hit gets everything you can get out of it. Like,
it's also very funny how much Kazam plays Testament like a Milia player. Like, he jumps in situations where I have never seen another Testament player jump. And he'll just super jump up to the sky, and then he'll come down and kill you. And it's like, wow, you were right, but I would never have thought of that.
The air movement in this game is very unique. You know, I think especially having a game that through cross smash, it's the thing that I think is the biggest difference.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, the double jump leaves you in a very committal spot. So for Kazam
just
to
like
have,
in Smash Bros.
Exactly. And for Kazam to have so much like mastery of the airspace really opens up the neutral game in a way that's like so scary.
Well-timed burst, maybe not a great scenario still that he's in now. That's probably going to do it, actually.
There are some matchups in this game where burst feels really tricky because you spend your burst and you might, you know, mitigate the damage. You might get the pressure off.
Yeah.
But suddenly the spacing is so far out of your favor. Like, it feels so bad to burst Happy Chaos.
Yeah.
Testament it can be the same way in certain matchups.
Especially for someone like Soul. I mean, I know as Axel, if a Soul bursts me, I'm always like, okay. Like, that's great.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's not always a beneficial result for Soul, even if it is better, you know, than not using it, obviously.
Yeah, I find oftentimes you don't really get to pick and choose for your bursts. Like, it's often a matter of life or death, but you really want to be saving it for spots where you already have the corner.
Yeah, that's what gets really scary as a zoner against Soul, is if he gets you in the corner and still has burst. Because then you mash out, you get bursted back, and it's like, oh, well, this is not good.
Yeah, okay, that's a really big pickup. Not a lot of damage on it, but
an air throw.
Okay, RC.
Very heavily scaled here, but with the wall break, almost one more hit.
Some characters would have died there. And we are going for that neutral start 6H. Love to see it. Oh, Saltings! Almost enough.
And there's
nice
throw.
throw.
Nushinator with the shimmy. He gets on the board and takes a round here in game 3.
Staying alive here in a 2-0 situation. Nushinator has to make an enormous comeback, but we're seeing signs of life. Definitely found the way to a win there. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going. Right now, again, full control from Kazam. I mean, that is what you want to be doing as Testament, but not able to throw the needle here. Nushinator in the corner again. Going to get picked up by this. That is going to wall break. So much pressure. Burst not going to save you this way. Very tense situation. Oh, what a
run under 5K. That's a fantastic answer here from Nushinator. Keeps the corner as well.
All right, consistent
Forces
pressure.
the burst.
Running out and really trying to thread the needle. That is an enormous hit, but no pickup. So much meter on the board
That
to
should do it.
spend it. Okay.
Don't drop this. There we go.
Nice.
Nushinator on the
Let's
board.
go, Nushinator.
And we're going to a game 4.
All right, they seem to be coming out here. Are finding those spaces where they can make a play on the ground, and it's not a button play, right? Okay,
Yeah.
big 6 feet coming out. Maybe it is a button play, but it's finding ranges where you can get something started.
And I think Nushinator's movement has really gotten a lot better through this set. We're seeing him put himself in like places where he just gets more reward without having to commit to as much. He's putting himself outside of Testament's range, using the fact that they don't actually have that much speed as much as Testament has the range advantage.
Oh, and the teleport out.
Ooh, boy.
That costs 50 meter. Okay, Gunflame trying to trade with something here, and oh, what a pickup. Okay, it's a little too close to the ground. And right here, this sort of like in and out, like weaving, just trying to pick a good spot.
Blue
but
RC to get the bigger combo as well.
there's just not a lot of good spots versus this character. And look at this
that's
pickup.
gonna do it. All right, so one more round. Match point again for Kazam. Nushinator's been here before. Can he make another comeback?
The skin of their teeth in this match. So much pressure. Oh, finds it in. Okay, big duff. Oh, no conversion.
Yep, good 6P to interrupt that.
Wow. Ground
And I
control.
really like the way Nushinator has been playing neutral here these last couple games.
Whoa.
And there's a big counter hit with the Vortex.
No!
Drops. Oh, that's really unfortunate. All right,
Okay,
locked in the block here. What kind of mix-up does Kazam go for here?
The low.
Good wire
Wow,
C,
that
the
wire
late
C was
wire
perfect.
C.
And this 6S, that's incredible.
Probably losing the 6P again. Kazam playing this really well now. Great 6P, but good timing on the bursts.
Yeah, I mean, at least you get a little bit of time on the ground rather than like being full screen, but
And that's
one
it.
big hit from Kazam, it's going to be all that it takes here.
All right, well played by Kazam. A really exciting set. Nushinator, after a slow start, really making that competitive for a couple of games. He's still in. He's in top 3. And Kazam will move on to winners finals.
Yeah, really good run so far. Both players, today we do expect to see mistakes, but
They can play it and keeping it very competitive against the first seed here. So,
Absolutely. He's having a great run. You know, we talked about it before. Already making an upset just to get into top 8, then winning a match against Aerodat, who also made an upset to get into top 8. Now putting up a fight against Kazam, and he'll get a shot at either Beesu or Liam. And that's our next matchup.
And you see, like, winners finals provides something kind of unique for the person who loses because they get to back up. They do have to play again, but they also get to think about what happened there.
Exactly.
And they are going to have that chance for redemption if they can make it through losers finals today against either of these really great players. It's going to be Kazam back in the driver's seat, and you have to prove it to them twice.
Yeah.
But Nushinator definitely seemed to find his footing there a little bit as the set went on.
Yeah, he was definitely improving as the set continued. You know, the first round looked like he had a great start, and then just like it all fell apart for like a game and a half.
Yeah.
But slowly towards the end of that second game, he really started catching on, making a lot more consistent plays in neutral where he would find a spot where he just exists for a moment out of Testament's range and threaten, like, okay, if you press a big slow button right now, I could come in and punish it. And he was able to make use of that, able to get some big combos, unfortunately dropped some combos at key moments, and Kazam was able to clutch out the set. Kazam's playing very well today, certainly, as we've said, he's certainly the favorite today.
I know. I saw him on the key, like the advertisement. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, beat this player. Like they put him in the dunk tank on there.
Yeah.
But that dunk tank is dry as a bone right now. Kazam going here undefeated. Taking a few games here and there, but beyond that, it's like really grants.
Now we go over to the other side. Now, Liam took a game off Kazam. One of only 2 games that Kazam has lost today. Liam was seated pretty low. He was seated, I think, 9th today, which is certainly, he's very, very good on the lower side.
Yeah.
Like, I would firmly expect him to be the favorite over Nushinator and potentially even Beesu here.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, we'll see if they can prove it.
But we also haven't seen as much of him. His results have been really good when he showed up in Boston, but we have not seen him very often.
Well, we'll see that ELO grow a little bit either way today. Guaranteed 4th place here. I will say this matchup, as a Bridget player, I find a little bit of frustration with sometimes. Kai on the ground at that like mid-range can swing just a little bit faster and a little bit further in spots that I don't like this Bridget. But if you can find that knockdown, you're doing well. The other thing is that slide goes right under yo-yo, goes under all those normals.
It sure does.
It is a bullying tool, and when you have 50 meter, it's a bullying tool you can use pretty liberally. Here's one right now. Oh, a little too far out.
Yep, too far out to get the conversion, but it gets back to neutral from it.
Oh, going right back in. Yeah. Oh, okay. We are done here.
Might do it, and that'll do it. So round 1 to Liam. Very well played.
I do wonder how much experience Beesu has in this matchup. Like you said, surprisingly not too many Bridget players here. Oh, that's so sick.
No, we really don't have many, and Beesu hasn't even been entering Strive on a super regular basis anyway.
Right, so like they may have played against Liam before, but if not, they may not have too much going in character matchup here.
And Beesu plays so many games that I don't know how much time he spends playing this game compared to others.
Yeah, it does sometimes feel like Beesu wants to play Third Strike in this game.
Yeah. Which he's really good at.
Yeah.
And the burst bait, this huge conversion, this should do it. He's got the meter.
So much meter here. I mean, the scaling is huge.
Oh, it doesn't super.
Yeah, I think they went for it, and Far S came out instead there. But all right, we take those.
I'll do it. So Liam takes game 1. Takes it pretty comfortably. Beesu certainly, not getting run over, but just not able to put up enough of a fight on the defensive side.
Yeah.
The neutral was fine going back and forth, but once Liam is in, it's just so hard to defend against Bridget.
Okay, right there, slash, and the burst coming out, but a lot of pressure converting from that burst, so Liam kind of happy to spend it. What a jump in.
The super late jump H
yeah,
there.
The jump H, we've seen that hit twice in this game, like round alone. Okay, we're going for the mids. The mid sub. And maybe trying for the Kara super there, not finding it, but sitting on a pretty, like, 50 meter.
That should do
it.
Yep.
You dare do that to Roger?
Right, so Liam in firm control so far. Beesu with a good start, but drops that combo. Bridget is very small. Her hitbox can dodge a few things once in a while.
Like floaty too? Like, really has that kind of floaty potential, these lightweight characters. Oh, Beady.
Oh, that's a reset there. I don't even know if that was on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, some resets don't have to be on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, tip of the sword.
Right, the anti-air doing a lot of damage. And Liam just getting out of there.
See ya.
Rolls across the entire screen.
Oh, Roger, no! Wow.
What a DP from Beesu. Still alive here, but the Fire Slash will take it. So, solidly 2-0 for Liam. And he's been firmly in control so far. We haven't seen him really struggle at all with this bracket. Of course, with his loss being Kazam,
Yeah.
The way he went into losers, it kind of makes sense.
That can happen.
Was seated maybe on the lower side and lost only to the best player here.
I mean, Liam going to go up in seeding for sure. If they can keep this up 2-0 on Beesu, going to put them at 3rd place if they win this, guaranteed. But Beesu coming online a little bit here, finding
Beesu having a really good round here. That'll do it.
The air ride the lightning. Runs into like a little more pressure there.
All right, this is a much better game for Beesu
That is so much
far.
damage.
Yeah. Oh, Bridget's health bar really is that small.
Like, it is small.
It is not an exaggeration. Oh, and a roll to beat the Sun Dipper there.
Yeah, forcing burst to get the Vortex going, and Roger going to trade with PRC. Pretty happy to see that as Bridget, I think. 50 for 50. And honestly, that opens up a punish here. Instead of having PRC being a factor, now we're partying.
Oh, what a backdash from Beesu, and that should take it.
Yeah, active defense there from Beesu. No response from Liam. and Beesu going to go up a game because of it.
And that was a really well-timed backdash, finally finding a hole in the offensive pressure. Beesu gets a game on the board. We'll see if Liam can make some adjustments. Just needs one more still. 2S round starts work so well.
Nice 6 feet. Oh, and see right there, we take the corner with the burst. That is not too bad.
Just goes in with the kickstart. He gets the burst out as well. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Wow, that was sick.
Killing
Beesu
Machine shows up there.
Oh,
safe jump as well.
We got those.
You get the full combo into the super.
And doing Roger to keep it safe. Sometimes the other super goes under at like the higher wall sticks.
Yeah, just not blocking high. So Liam on match point.
Not
dominant round there. Yeah. Who likes blocking?
Yeah, I mean, we saw a very active defense from Beesu so far, and it's paid off pretty well. But if Liam can clean up those meaties, I mean, like, some of her buttons are so active.
Yeah.
Bridget can definitely punish that, like, backdash heavy defensive plan. Oh, and that is going to be a ton of damage. Oh, no!
Combo drops the end of it. This should do it, though.
Yeah, I think we're there. Okay,
that
Roger
is it.
We love to see it. Liam going up over Beesu 3-1 into losers finals.
Yeah, and even with that being a 3-1, it didn't even feel that close. Liam absolutely dominant in the games that he won. And Beesu got a couple of really good hits early to start to figure things out in game 3 there. Just wasn't able to get that consistent, and once Liam was on offense, just so dominant.
People get up with the matchup.
It really is an intense offense. Like you have to be ready. Push block does a little bit, and finding spots to like poke out is so important, but also very hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's really difficult to find the right time for that. It's difficult to know when to spend FD, but also you don't want to burn all of your meter on FD because you do need meter in the matchup in general.
It's such a wake-up call to lose to Bridget too, because you're just like, I got hit 100 times.
Yeah.
Like.
And I don't know how to block any of them.
Yeah. I don't know what I should have done there.
So that will be Liam moving on to top 3. And we'll get Liam and Nushinator up next.
Amazing.
This is going to be a fun set. We've seen Nushinator make a great run today. We saw this matchup earlier. We saw Liam take out Aerodat.
Yeah.
And his run at 5th place.
I would say,
the
offense
solidly
came into play.
And we saw how difficult the neutral can be for Soul against someone who's got that much range.
Yes.
We're going to have to see. Nushinator made some great adjustments against Kazam. In a somewhat similar matchup in neutral as far as how Soul Touch the Testament works. We saw him have really good movement. We saw him moving around the screen in ways that he just wasn't easily hittable. And then anytime Soul's within air dash range, you're in danger. So if he can leverage that, if he can sort of use the Bandit Bringers that he really likes to do at certain ranges, maybe he'll be able to get in, start some damage. But we'll see if he's got a game plan for this.
I mean, you really have to have a plan in neutral, but then on defense too. Like, we'll see. I don't know if anyone's really been counter poking Liam outside of maybe Kazam today, who I did not see play.
Yeah, that was before we had to stream. That was off stream on like quarters.
I think everyone's gonna have to watch that match if it comes up. Do that homework, figure out where those gaps are, because you have to take some risks there. But it's all about getting out of pressure. And like you said, like for Saul, neutral is still a battleground.
It's rough. It's really rough.
We saw Nushinator.
Soul's neutral is just not that great in this game in general, honestly. Like, I feel like Soul is not as scary in neutral as he has been in past Guilty Gear games.
Yeah.
Especially now since the early game nerfs. When he had the 6S, he was crazy. But
yeah.
As the 6S has been nerfed over and over again, and then more and more characters have more range, it gets a lot harder for him to get in consistently, set up that pressure, enforce those strike throw mix-ups that are really scary if he can get them. But he's got to get in on Bridget first.
And it means the bracket gets so much harder as it goes on, right? Like, the cleaner the players are,
exactly.
the less mistakes that are being made, the harder it is to play Saul in the grand scheme of things. Because when you're playing against someone who is not going to block or let you in for free, like, he does the damage, he's scary to fight, like, absolutely, devastating character. But the stronger your opponent is, the harder it is to play Saul.
We are going to go right into losers finals here. Soul versus Bridget, Nushinator versus Liam. Winner plays Kazam and Grands. Both of them already in top 3. It was a great run from Nushinator and Liam to get to this point. I hope this is a button check.
I hope it's not. Yeah, looks like we're going to make sure everything works before we get into it.
No, I do respect the run-up gold burst round start. I have been hit by run-up gold burst at round start before.
say what you want about round start 5D, but it could make you Twitter famous.
It's true.
And sometimes it's about maximizing impressions.
Yep. Look, I'm an Axel player. You know I've done that at least once.
I know you've done it. I know you've done it. I bet it
and
worked
it's
at
worked.
least once.
It has worked in bracket at least once.
It's amazing.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
There's some of those, you know, rivals where you play them and there's like the bell curve of the set where you get into your groove and you're both like playing optimally, and then after that you're like, I'm gonna try some crazy stuff.
And you get to know the people who do that in certain ways. So you see people in this region who have a habit of like, oh, this guy's always gonna go for the overhead there.
Yeah.
And like at a certain point in a set, I will often just be like, all right, I'm gonna pretend I'm playing Kai and run up full screen and throw with Axel. Or like Wallaby. Anytime Wallaby's in a really long set, eventually he's gonna charge dust you.
That's so funny.
And it's just like you gotta know when it's coming.
Yeah, I feel like.
And I still get hit.
Ultimately, I haven't seen too much of that. Anything that feels like deep player knowledge in this bracket so far. It feels like everyone's playing like a very like straightforward plan, and like their own plan for sure. Like, you know, very solid. But no one's like, oh, I know this guy's gonna block all my lows. Like, you know, I'm gonna go in on some crazy stuff.
We're not seeing as many matchups between people who play each other all the time.
Exactly.
We're actually seeing a really interesting group of like, these are all people from around the area, but it's not all people who are at the same locals all the time.
Right.
Really, I think only Kazam and Nushinator have really played a lot like offline. I can't speak to practicing online or anything. I know Liam is very active online.
Fuzzy. Yeah, you have to know that's coming to block it, otherwise you're done for. And it's like, yeah, those lack of player matchups, especially something that is like semi-local, can really impact things. You talked about the upset with the two Sol players in bracket today. But if you've never played against Aerodat and you've played against Nushinator like 100 times,
you might not be ready.
Yeah,
and vice versa. Yeah,
very different.
Funny enough, Echoes was the one who Nushinator beat. They play all the time.
Oh, that's really funny.
But the matches we've seen on stream have been a lot of matches we don't see very often.
Look how much damage this is not doing. Absolutely not.
Oh, the 2H will take it.
Nice.
Okay.
That button, I think, is huge versus Sol. Plus, like, Lilia. It's going to that unique air stall moments. There's so many active frames up on that yo-yo that it just waits for them to come down.
Yeah. And we did also see the thing I mentioned about Nushinator. He went for that delayed jump H, the super low bandit bringer, and he got a counter hit out of it. Got a big punish.
Oh, here we go.
And there's a big counter hit as well.
Oh, where are you going?
Ooh, goes crosses him up. I don't think that was on purpose.
Yeah, I don't think you want that. Oh!
Shimmy, and what an RC there.
Stole the soul here. Okay, but back on their feet. Nushinator looking for a way in.
All right, goes single hit of jump H and then goes low. And the DP sends backwards. That is maybe not intended, but exactly what Liam would have wanted.
Yeah, Liam's happy to see it. Oh, PRC and yes.
Ooh, that Roger is so hard to deal with on the way down.
Okay, plus frames. I have no clue what side you're supposed to do anything on, and you didn't have to block it all for some reason. Now the yo-yo coming through for the kill. Liam going up another round. Oh, 1-0 already. Fast start here.
That's some pretty big damage right there. 4-hit combo doing 40%.
Okay, now the offense baiting some sort of reversal. Doesn't find it, but going to elect to go for the throw here. Looking for more clean defense and finding it. No one's going to block that low. Yep. I saw someone block that low earlier today, and then they just immediately did it again.
Sometimes you just got to keep going.
It's free real estate. Oh, no!
All right, gets the burst out. Roger comes out to get some frame advantage.
I will say, it's amazing how close the life bars are here. Oh! Okay, was looking for the burst, didn't find it. Nushinator holding on.
Oh, and the Roger dive over everything. Liam takes game 2 in a fascinating way.
I love that move. It carries momentum too, so like, comes out of your roll, a little further out. Really funny. There's some really unique like side switch setups of that too. But like I said, like players are running the like level 1 mix here, but Bridget is so good that it's just like you don't have to worry about like cracking somewhere.
Alright, so Nushinator does get a counter hit there. He will bait, at least get out the burst.
Wow.
Oh, almost able to get that Vortex.
Backdash for your life.
This is a good conversion here.
And
keeps the
keeping
corner as well.
Bluest RC. TP bait.
Big damage, still keeps the corner too. Oh, I love that mix-up. Nushinator, the fake fireball, 2D bringer. And he gets around for the first time this set.
Yeah, really heavy offense there from Nushinator. Cannot be in a position where you're blocking or getting hit by that roll. But once you're out of it, I mean, Saul does the damage.
That's rough.
Yeah, I love that fuzzy.
Really good block, but yeah, can't block forever.
Bridget has the fuzzy safe jump from that. Any 2D gets you fuzzy safe jump with a follow-up yo-yo if they block it. Side switch? Nah, we're just doing whatever. We're chilling in mid.
Oh yeah,
no!
run up DP. And I like the Nushinator not trying to burst out here. Just seeing if he can make something happen.
Wow, threads the needle.
And he does get the air dash in.
PRC off that Viper just to get some screen.
Yep.
And nice. Yeah, Liam was so ready the second that the offense stopped. Just like, my turn, gonna take it.
Yeah. So set point for Liam, but Nushinator off to a good start in this round. And it is round 3. Goes for the throw, though.
Yeah,
does have the burst to keep the corner. And that's what we were talking about earlier, about Soul trying to keep the corner with the burst. Doesn't get as much out of it as he would have hoped, though, and now Liam gets a great conversion with that yo-yo returning.
And 2 mixes off of it, too, right? If the first one gets blocked, you can start the second one. What? Okay.
Over everything,
oh,
the gold
no!
burst. That is a rough situation for Nushinator. Liam in a great spot to close this out now.
And just shooting the spend a little bit, keep that corner possession. You know, keeping the meter for a bad situation like this. Play RC, and we're out of there. Look how important push block is.
6 feet hitting backwards.
Okay, OTG. That might have killed. No plate finished. I love that. Getting the reversals.
One more hit.
Oh, the mix!
Never mind, he used 2 more hits.
Thanks,
Bridget. All right, that'll do it. Liam takes it 3-1. He will get the run back, or 3-0 rather. He'll get the run back with Kazam in grand finals.
They're walking away. I got hit 200 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, good games, yeah.
Shout out to Nushinator, though. Great run today. Nushinator getting 3rd place. A couple of great wins and really putting up a fight against the 2 that we have in our top 2 now. Kazam and Liam is here. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It's been, or today still, I guess.
It is still
a great
today.
event. It is still light outside. We got way more things coming up. I'll see y'all later on the other stream for Smash Top 8, actually.
Nice, amazing. I will not. I will be in the pile, so if, you can only see me if you're here. But if you're watching from home, we really appreciate it. You know, the earlier games in the grand scheme of a larger event, sometimes it's like, oh, I'll catch the end of it, whatever. So thanks for hitting us up in the daylight, saying hello.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun to be down here. I've never traveled further for a drive, this kind of thing, in Massachusetts. I've never been past. Usually it's all balance patch. It's all
right,
Boston,
yeah.
So got to see a little bit more suburbia. There's a few more trees planted now here and there. Wasn't too bad of a drive, so I'm glad I got to come down and be part of this drive.
And it's a great venue here. We've got a lot of space, got a lot of games, and everything has enough room. So
the dream.
It's been great.
Yeah.
And we've got 1 to 2 more sets for y'all tonight. We've got Kazam in winners. Liam is here in losers. Kazam, of course, the 1 seed in this tournament. Liam showing up, showing why he should have been seated a little higher here, beating everyone and not really having any trouble.
Liam
on the
is
loser
now
side,
the 2
honestly.
seed.
Yeah, Liam now the 2 seed.
There's only 2 people in this tournament.
Only 2 people left.
That's the worst feeling of second place, though, right?
Yeah.
I have friends who will go 0-2, 1-2, and I'm just like, it doesn't get better.
Yeah.
You can go 9-2, and you're just like, oh, I should have gone 10-2. But we'll see.
For the record, Liam has dropped a total of 1 game in losers bracket.
Yeah, that's actually
lost
crazy.
in winners quarters to Kazam. Since then, lost 1 game to Beesu in a set that he otherwise controlled pretty much entirely. And then barely anything else has been close. He had that 1 close game in Game 3 with Nushinator. And he's been firmly in control other than that.
I think Bridget has the tools to do well in this matchup, too, in a way that a lot of characters we've seen on screen today do not. This yo-yo changes the entire zoning game completely. If you can navigate the projectiles without being having to block, yo-yo means that eventually Kazam has to make a move.
And we've certainly seen Kazam able to do that. He's really favoring the 6P in this matchup. Obviously, Testament, their 6P is insane. That does safe jump from there. That's crazy. And how's the meter to finish this off as well?
All right, Liam going up around here. Really good start to will eventually be kind of a slog. They have to win 2 sets. That is minimum 6 games. So They have to be in it for the long haul, but, you know, the way Liam's been playing today, it has not really changed from, like, the first time I saw them to the last. It seems like they have confidence in their game plan. They're running it. They are not breaking it for anything, and so it might just be 6 more games.
Yeah, Liam's a super consistent player. You know, he's really got these cycles down of, like, here's the mix I'm going for, here are my options, here's how I keep everything safe.
Wow, that was an incredible tag on the run under.
And he's just made such good decisions in neutral, putting out the right buttons at the right time. He got 6-P'd a little bit early on in this game, and then just completely changed the way he played neutral, didn't get 6-P'd again, and he takes game 1.
The awareness there to find a hit after that whiff, it's just like kind of a wonky situation and saying, like, I'm committing.
Ooh, we're getting the Milia? Yeah.
I wonder if this is what we saw. Did this?
I don't know, I didn't see the off-stream
Yeah,
set.
I wonder. I don't know how I feel about this matchup. I think Testament can get beat by Bridget like fairly effectively, especially on offense. Like if Bridget's got that first like neutral win, it's crazy. Milia, I don't know if Milia does much better in the corner, but in the air, it could be kind of tricky.
Yeah, I feel like the idea of this is to not play neutral in the first place.
Yeah.
Testament a very strong neutral-based character.
Well, now you're not playing neutral.
Yeah,
you're playing defense.
Milia just trying to avoid neutral at all
6-P.
costs.
So that gap right there, that's the kind of thing you have to be looking for against Bridget. On the second wheelie, finding that 6P, Kazam taking their turn back. And now we are not playing neutral again, but this is a little more favorable.
And for anyone who's only started watching fairly recently, this was Kazam's main and really his solo main for an extended period of time. The Testament's a relatively new development, and obviously he's very good at that character. But this is the character that he showed up playing, and the character that he immediately started winning tournaments with.
Kazam also did play Bridget for a spell when the character first came.
Yes,
so
true.
I think if anyone's going to have any character matchup, it's going to be someone who like dug in for a little bit before deciding like this is for me.
Oh, the conversion off Capel as well.
That
I've
was
never
crazy.
seen it from that angle.
Yeah, I mean, earlier I was saying Kazam does not miss those conversions. I feel like they play so clean. Little fringe hits are going to lead to something, at the very least, a hard knockdown. It is wild that you can be getting like smoked, and their thing just says like, "Hey, negative bonus. You haven't attacked for a while. Like, did you forget something?"
And Milia, just with how many times she moves around and backdashes around the screen, it feels like she goes into the warning way more often than a lot of characters.
For sure.
So it's something to be aware of, and something I'm sure Kazam is super familiar with. And it's also like he finds this right balance of like using his movement and not being afraid to use what makes Milia good in neutral.
Yeah.
And then never actually going into the negative bonus and losing out on all the meter.
All right, forcing a burst here and navigating all sorts of yo-yo stuff, but getting hit. Liam finding the slightest bit of offense, and it's just taken right away from him. Okay, that is a wild pickup. We've seen it twice now. That is can.
Yeah.
Kazam has a
he's
6-pack of those
out
on the shelf. Sword
and
car.
the hair car RC out of nowhere.
Wow. And just clean. No fake disc stuff. Just like getting in there. Huh. Breaking the wall. Okay, Roger round start. Oh no, just dashes right out.
So that is round 1 to Kazam again.
I think
Milia looking really strong here.
Yeah, Milia pick definitely good. And doing it really early too, right? Not like seeing to wait, waiting to see if something works. It's like, no, I'm going to do this with Milia. I know I can do this matchup well.
Oh, and
nice
a great
DP.
DP reads the cross-up. DP's the other way to take the corner.
Mix.
Kazam gets right back out of it, though.
And yeah, back in with the corner as well. Goes to the low, doesn't find it. Okay. And blocks the low.
Blocks the low.
It is possible. Everyone watching at home. You can't block that low because it's too early. Okay. Blue in the corner. Jabs right out. So gross. And just looking for a
Liam
burst
has
there.
the burst. Kazam ending the combo early, baiting it maybe.
This is actually going to be quite a bit of damage.
That should do it.
Nice.
Yep. So Liam, another round on the board, gets a round off the Milia here for the first time in this set. That 2 be a really good round start button for Bridget. Doesn't quite reach when they stand still, but catches so many extended hurt boxes.
With punishing that 6P too, really clean. Finding some important adjustments in this character matchup. And burst, keeping the corner. Oh, Kazam so squirrely. Oh, a little too far out for the wall break. Maybe didn't want it. Okay, gonna find it one way or another. Couple jabs.
Dash, jab, dash, jab to wall splat. I think that's the first time I've seen that, actually.
It's a Tekken combo.
It really is.
Okay, BRC, get me out of here.
So not much meter on either side. Kazam has positive bonus. We'll get 50 meter very soon. He'll get it in this combo, in fact. And that'll be enough to kill Kazam. 1 game away from the tournament here.
Kazam finding some really key mileage in this matchup with Milia's air dash.
Yes.
Going right over a lot of those long pokes, which have a lot of recovery. I think that's a really important factor in this decision for Kazam, being able to leverage movement to find those ends.
Milia with such unique movement in this game, you know, the 2 shorter range but very quick air dashes.
I can't pick up.
And he's just using that so well to get the most in this matchup of avoiding Bridget's neutral, not being forced into that defensive scenario in the first place.
Yeah. I like Liam's use of Roger on the round start after wall break there. Just as a way to like say, no, I'm taking my turn back. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, wow, baited. 100 meter on deck, too. This is very scary. We can have another one of those.
This might kill? It's going to be close. It's super scale, but the wall break damage will take it because Zam is on set point.
Wall break was absolutely the factor there.
Counter hit 2D,
Mix.
setting up the mix.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
You hate to not see it. Oh, the overhead, though.
Oh, looks like he might have baited the burst for a second there, but doesn't actually block
That
move.
button. That is the key to this matchup when Milia is playing in the air. You get so much, even off of a non-counter hit, if you can find those hits. But Kazam is going to adjust quick. We've seen really good play reading there. The PRC just to change up the air momentum, and it's looking very scary. Yeah, I got hit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice hit. Oh, and the pickup. I think this could do it.
That might be it. Yep, Liam
Ball
can
break.
take a round.
Nice,
So trying to
okay.
get another game on the board here, send us to game 5.
Looking for.
Kazam just wants nothing to do with the ground.
Yeah, both of them want something to do, but they don't want to do it.
Oh, runs back into the DP.
Wow. Okay, going for 2S. Navigating those 6Ps with a few different tools. Liam trying to find ways to approach safely. That is not one of them.
Yeah, that's not the answer there. It's Kazam taking control.
Oh,
Maybe this is the end of that combo.
Oh!
Liam gets the burst out.
Jumping out. Oh, getting hit. Yeah, can't burst there. Just going to do the most damage, but we are looking at a more neutral start here on the ground.
Kazam just needs 1 or 2 more hits here.
It's so close for Kazam.
Liam has burst, though.
Oh, what are we doing?
The roll will actually catch whatever Kazam did there.
I don't know what that was. Okay, burst coming out.
Okay, there's the burst. That was his free hit. 1 more shot will do it.
Danger sign flashing on the screen. Just
And
let
the
Bridget
16
live.
needs 1 mix-up.
We're blocking it out. We're blocking all of it.
Great
No,
block,
the
but doesn't
sword
block the hair
car.
car. And that will do it. Kazam is your meter management Guilty Gear Strive champion. Shout out to Kazam. What a great run he had today. Dropping just 3 games total in this tournament.
A lot of them.
Liam taking 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Really
and Liam dropping just 1 game to everyone else.
With a thumbs up. Drink Sprite. Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, really clean tournament from Liam as well. I mean, like you said, seeded 9th, which honestly, like, to some degree, seeding after like a handful of folks can be kind of tricky, but
it's hard.
Liam is carving out a spot in that top 4, top 5.
We all know he's scary.
Yeah.
He's a really good player.
Some people may have just found out
Great
today,
player.
but
Yeah, a lot
now
of
they
people
have to go home and do the
because he hasn't been here. Not here specifically, but in Boston, even we haven't seen him super often. The people who play online a lot have been playing with him and saying like, "Hey, this guy's really good."
Yeah. Amazing.
But we have not seen much of him in person, so great to see him come out and have a great run here. Really dominant against everyone except Kazam, and then keeping it close against Kazam as well.
Yeah, I definitely think the Milia matchup came into play for Kazam there, and Liam could definitely work on that. I don't think it's a losing matchup, so something to do. But everyone else just play your game, like they made it happen. So yeah, really amazing tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Winters. This is Dormancy. It's been a great time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's nice to do comms with you. I don't think I've done that before. So
well done. It was a good time.
Stuff.
Congrats to all the top 8. And we are going to say goodbye for now. I think we'll see you later for Street Fighter as well on this stream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that should be good. Very good game. So we'll see what happens there.
Absolutely. Super excited for that. I'll be playing in that. And then you can catch me on commentary later tonight for Smash on the other stream.
Okay, stay tuned.
All right. See ya.